emotionally connected? Did you feel affirmation? Did you feel accepted? Run down all the attributes she thinks that men would have sex for. Those are the things she worries about another woman providing for that man if that guy is having an affair. If it's just about fucking, then you're Nikki Glaser. Then you're Kristen Walter. Then it's just an act. It's just like, okay, well, I know he is how he is. Though I would argue, here, I will lay this out for you. I will argue right now that Nikki Glaser and Kristen Waller have a better understanding of the male sexual experience, the male sexual dynamics than that preacher girl did from last week's video, where she was talking about how women, and in general, those women have a better grasp of the male sexual dynamic than anyone who's out there going, well, why do men have sex? Well, because they want to have, feel connected, and they want to have, communication, and they want to have emotional affirmation, and they want to have validation, and all. Those are the reasons why women have sex. The reason men have sex is because she was hot and available, and she was down. She was DTF. That's why. Ladies, it's that simple. You want to have a good marriage? You want to have a happy marriage? You want to have a sex-filled, joyful, wonderful, happy, contented, well, semi-contented, good. You want to have a healthy marriage? Be DTF. And do yourself the favor and don't marry and don't pair up, however it works out, with a guy that you can't see yourself wanting to just get down on your knees and blow him at a moment's notice. If you can't say that about the guy that you're with, don't marry him. If you can't say, I have genuine, burning, passionate, visceral lust for this man and it's never going to cease, or it's like, I'm just so, it's like Eva Mendes and Ryan Gosling, man, I want to have his babies. You can't say that. It's not, oh, it's time for me to settle down. It's time for me to have some kids. No, I want you to say, I want his babies, because that dude is the fucking bomb. That I'm ride or die. I will break that guy out of prison. I will learn how to fly a helicopter and drop a line down to him in the middle of the yard and bust him out of prison. That's the level of desire you need to have. There you go. But the reason I brought those two up, I thought that was nice, compare and contrast, because I'd already gone over the Kristen video before, and here you have and this is something Mike and I talk about all the time on Access Vegas, man. Like people ask, Rolla, what's up? What do you know what the definition of a high value man is? Here's a high value man. It's the man that other men want to be and other women want to fuck. And if that's what they want to do, then you get a better understanding of women. And yes, does it deal with dread? Yes. Does it deal with competition anxiety? Yes. Does it deal with urgency? Yes. Does it deal with lust and this visceral, desire to knock it out with that guy? Absolutely it does. Congratulations. And now you understand the male sex drive. It's not about validation. It's not about emotion. It's not about compassion. It's not about intimacy. It is every attribute I just listed. That's what it's about. It is easy to understand. It is hard for you to accept. Let's see. I got a super chat while I was in that rant. Here are the seven feminine inspirations behind the 7 wonders of the world. Here are the names from the fictional list I created earlier: Amnuet, Seraphina, Callista, Nysa, the architect Linnea, and the Weaver, Thalia, and Nicaea. I don't know why you're sending me that, but those are some nice names, my friend. Here are the names behind the 7 wonders of the world. Okay. Well, you're a poet, dude. That's awesome. I don't know what it means, but that's pretty awesome. Oh, really? I don't think so. For what, man? What? Do you think how much money do you think I earn? I wouldn't be surprised if it is Anthony Johnson that is attacking my Twitter, who took over my Twitter. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think that's him. I don't think it's him, but I'm not saying it couldn't be. But why? Why? How much money do you think I make off of this? I could lose all of his income. What of a YouTube? You want to see what? Would you like to see? Like, you guys think I'm way more paid than I am? I am already so ratioed. And why would you want to do that? Is what I'm saying so agreed? Like, how is that in any way hurting anybody? In what way am I like? And who's disagreeing with me? Right? I put the call out to God knows how many A-list podcasters who just want to talk shit about me or talk shit about the manosphere or whatever. I bring the fucking heat, man. I speak my heart, and you're not arguing with me. You're arguing with the stats, right? Why? Why would you? Why would you care? Why would you care to want to take me down? Because of what? What have I done? How have I injured you, sir? In any way, how have I injured you? Seriously, do you think that I wouldn't keep writing books? Do you think that I wouldn't keep? I trust me. been tried before. What am I going to lose, man? So we're going to try to get me kicked off a Substack too? Good luck. they just admitted Andrew Tate on Substack, and everybody threw a fucking pink sissy fit, man. Yeah, it is. You're right. Thank you for that. I'll read this. Yes, Rollo, what you say is a very dangerous thing for society. Yeah. For what? The president of the manosphere? President of the manosphere? It will make us competent. It will make us better, but it will force change. As betas are afraid of change. Yes, they are. Why? I get that. One of the things I hate is when I hear guys like Nick Freitas or some of these other guys who are like these sort of like everything's a moral crisis, right? And they'll go, well, we're living in a time of in a generation of the most listless and lazy and lethargic and uninspired and pathetic and mangina men in human history. They fall out of society. They're not competitive. They just want to jerk off to porn, and they want to order Uber Eats, and they want to, smoke a lot of weed, and they all live in their mom's basement, right? No, I just don't think you're looking. I don't think you're looking at the math equation properly here, because I will tell you this, that I have had young men within that demographic who will band together and force to try to take me down or try to take somebody else down. And they will make it their life's mission to do so. They are that committed to the cause. They are not purposeless. Not if you give them one. Not if you give them one you give them a face to hate. That sure. They will. Do you know how many times I still to this day get, aren't you the vasectomy guy? and you're still an idiot for thinking that was what that was all about, right? Do you know how many times? And do you know how many times Andrew Wilson is going to hear about the olive jar incident? Because people commit their lives to this, man. If you say something, if somebody, like for instance, if tomorrow Joe Rogan said, "Hey, Rollo, why don't you come on the show?" Every asshole hater that I know from as far back as 2009 would be like, "Oh, fuck you, Rollo. Aren't you the guy that said vasectomy? Aren't you the guy that, aren't you the guy that said that women couldn't do art?" And I was actually just trolling Ivan Throne at that time. I still get that. Thanks, Cringetopia. You can take that down now. It's a testament to, I was back in like 2018, and I still see from time to time, they'll go, "Hey, you got owned here." Well, no, I didn't. I was actually trying to own Ivan Throne because it was an inside joke between the two of us at that time. But you think it was a big own. And I still see that. They still bring that out from time to time. "Oh, they really got you." No, you didn't, because no, I really got you because you're actually still copying and pasting this from Cringetopia because that's the only thing you can dig up. Seriously. But people will dedicate, guys, Asperger's syndrome, autistic spectrum, on the spectrum kids will dedicate their lives to talking shit about you. So yes, they have a purpose. That's what they have. Oh man. So anyways, I went through those. I thought that was interesting. What a contrast that was.